What is your understanding of the enterprise that you were part of, that you're no longer part of? I understand that as the terms of that departure, you're not going to talk about those specific conditions. But what does it say to you about what this enterprise, one of the most powerful media enterprises ever created, I think arguably one of the most powerful in modern America, that the role it plays and what it does?
Well, here's something I learned. I was a newspaper guy before I was in cable. And what I learned along the way, if you have people who for centuries struggled to get enough information, they struggled to know enough stuff so that they could get through their lives. There was a morning paper, there was an afternoon paper, maybe you catch something on the radio, then there's the evening news. 24 hours is not the correct increment in which people should consume news, right? It's great to dip in. It's great to get some news, but that is not the optimal increment of news consumption is 24 hours. And when the industry started with Ted Turner back in the day, the idea was, we'll be here. I don't know if anybody will want to watch it, but we're going to be here. It's not just cable news. It is everybody who is working in an advertiser-based system, which is they have the power now to chase viewers and clicks where they are.
All of this as a formal critique has merit, right? So people chasing clicks or chasing ratings, people not wanting to things that don't confirm their priors. That's all true, right? But the deeper problem is that your network, the president, was feeding people substantive lies, incredibly important material lies about the world. Not like the Dems are bad or that we don't like them. They were lying. They were giving them mistruths about the state of the world. That's a substantive problem with what was being pumped out, not a formal question of the 24-hour news cycle.
Well, I hear you, but I would also remind you that for me, that's not what I was doing. I wasn't pumping out mistruths. And my boss, you raise whatever eyebrow you want to raise.
No, my eyebrow is that the network you worked for was. I mean,
look, here's what I know. Every day that I worked at Fox News, I did and said what I wanted to do and say.
Right.
Everything I wrote, that, by the way, a lot of people say, oh, that was a great piece you wrote in the LA Times. That's fantastic. If they would have looked, I was writing the same stuff when I was at Fox. The problem here is a business model that forces providers. Okay. It forces providers to meet the needs. If you're going to narrowcast, you can't upset the people who are coming to be served.
Totally. I just want to, because I'm a practitioner as you were, right? I just want to make this final sort of distinction, and we can leave it there, which is just that it's true. Like the things you're saying about this medium and other mediums in this moment, right? This narrowcasting, the sort of push and pull of consumers is true. But there are lines, and there are lines of integrity and honesty, right? And I patrol those lines. They're really important to me. Like I get up every day and I do this job and I talk to people like you and I talk to them and I don't lie to them because it's important to me not to lie to them. Okay.
Yep.
There are people on the network you worked for that are lying to people. And it's really bad for the country. I don't know any other way to say it, but that's just where we are.
Lying to people is a bad thing to do. I didn't lie. Like you, I patrolled those boundaries, and that's not what I participated in.
I am glad that you have been liberated from a place where people do lie, and I wish you well, genuinely, in writing in places where you can do good work, Chris Stirewalt. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
You bet.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.